playing country bass guitar and getting more work. Are you getting more work? That's the question today. So if you are, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing to get more work, and if you need ideas to get more work, I've got those for you here today. So stick around for that. Okay, so more tips on getting more country gigs, more country work, and making more country music money. Right now, even well-established bands aren't gigging out, and it might be for some time to come. Hopefully sooner than later that this will all clear up and we can get out to our normal life, but it might not be normal like we used to know it. So we've got to come up with new ways and get creative with how to make money in playing country music. So I've got tips here to help you do that, and I've got tips that'll help you work from your home to make the most out of your time. So for now, what do we do? What are you doing? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on. Maybe you're polishing up your skills, which hopefully you are, or maybe you are able to make some money online with the internet the way it is, making some money on there to get put your music out there and all of this. So let me know down below. I just want to hear. I love hearing the stories and the ideas. It's good. We can share this information with everybody and just make it a better place. So let's dig in. So hello, if you're new here, welcome, and I'm Donald with the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwanttoPlayBass.com. Jump over there, subscribe, and this is I Want to Play Bass, your YouTube channel for everything bass guitar tips. So subscribe here as well, hit that bell notification, get in the loop, and don't miss a beat. All right, so in these times we need to get, as I said, we need to get a little creative with our time and to make the most out of it. We're even going to have to go outside the box with this, with all this spare time and all the time we're spending at home. We're not getting a lot of interaction outside, socializing. You can definitely on social media utilize that tool as much as you can and do things that you don't want to do. And I'll have those ideas coming up, so just stick around. We've definitely got to go out of that comfort zone, get out of that box. So the first thing we're going to talk about is working from home and how serious discipline is when you are working from home. That seems like the best thing, to be able to work from home, but it takes some serious discipline to work from home. And these 3 tips are going to help you get that discipline. It's not going to be easy. So the first one we've got to do is we've got to make a schedule. Every day, make a schedule for every hour of that day. Make that schedule and then work that schedule. Abide by that schedule that you made. And in that schedule, you need to schedule every hour. You've got to schedule even your breaks. You've got to take your breaks, and you've got a time frame to end the day. So be an 8-hour day. Set your schedule. You get up at 9 and you work till 5. Set that schedule and discipline yourself to work that schedule minute by minute. And if you have to dial that schedule down 2 minute by minute, 30-minute break, 15-minute break, what have you, dial it in what works best for you, but make that schedule. That schedule is going to work best for you to keep you on task, keep you focused, and keep you motivated is what the goal of this schedule is doing, and that's what it's going to do for you. So definitely make that schedule every day. That's tip number 1. Make a schedule, follow that schedule from start to finish, and the purpose of that schedule is to keep you from getting burned out. You work the schedule and then you shut it off. You go do what you want to do, or anything you want to do afterwards, but you work that schedule so you don't get burned out. You want to keep motivated. You knock it out and then you put it behind you for the day, and then you go do other things. Okay, so definitely make that schedule so you discipline yourself to work that period of time, and it's not like an all day long venture and you feel like at the end of the day you just really didn't get anything. You're just kind of spinning around. So make that schedule so you accomplish things, and that's what I spoke about before. Accomplishment builds self-confidence. So definitely make that schedule and accomplish it. And and even if you don't accomplish that schedule that day, just add it to tomorrow's schedule. Don't discouraged by it, and don't, you know, just don't get discouraged by it, by not completing it. But dig in and work that schedule the best you can, okay? And I recommend at the end of your first day, at the end of your schedule, one task is to make tomorrow's schedule. Do that at the end of the day. You know, take the last 30 minutes of your day, you know, your 9 to 5 at 4:30, start making your schedule for tomorrow. You know, make that schedule for tomorrow, because it's all fresh. What you accomplished today is all fresh in your mind, and you've got a plan for tomorrow. Don't wait till tomorrow morning to try to make your schedule. That's not the right way to do it. So make that schedule the night before, the day before, at the end of your shift. Make that schedule, and then in the morning, if you've got to reevaluate that, or move some things around or do something, then do that. But definitely make that schedule the night before. Have a plan, a structured plan to go by for the next day. And one way I recommend to accomplish that schedule is the one thing on that list that you have a tendency to put off till last. Do that first. Get that thing done and behind you. And that's the worst thing about procrastinating is, you won't have to procrastinate. You're not putting that task off till the end of the day, and then it ends up rolling into the next day's list. Make that be the first thing you do and accomplish that day. So number 2 is show up ready and raring to go. Just like you had to get up and had to be somewhere, take it serious, get up and get ready for work. It's kind of hard to take your work serious when you're sitting around in your pajamas, or you haven't shaved, or you haven't just taken care of yourself like you should. So definitely get up, take care of yourself, and then get to work on it, okay? Get yourself cleaned up, get ready to go. So number 3 is take your breaks. Take those. Don't just sit there all day, just struggling, just spinning wheels. Take it serious. Put your phone down. I mean, the social media, unless you're doing something on social media and your project has to deal with social media, then definitely fine. But if it's not, don't take those breaks. Don't stop. Don't get unfocused or, just in a cloud and, start spinning. Definitely put that stuff aside. Texts or anything like that that's not important, it doesn't pertain to your work, put that aside. Don't fool with it. Save that for the end of the day or your breaks, and take those breaks. Take that, don't work yourself 8 hours sitting behind that desk just grinding, you're going to get burnt out. Like I said before, you don't want to get burnt out. That's when you're really going to get unmotivated and you're not going to do it. You're going to stop. You're going to possibly quit. You don't want to do that. You don't want to stop at all. So when you start feeling fatigued or something like that, even if you don't feel fatigued, stop and take a break. Walk away from the desk. Walk away from whatever it is you're working on. Go outside, open a window, get some fresh air, listen to Mother Nature, what she's telling you. Just open the door up and, go out, go for a walk. Take your breaks. Don't work yourself in the ground, but don't take them all day long. Don't take 2-hour long breaks unless that's in your schedule and you're working till 7, okay? Take it then. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I mean, and you might have to go run out or something if you have to, but just make sure that you can come back and get back on task. So that's the thing. Set it up to where you can make those runs after your work. Set your schedule to get up at 6, get up earlier and work till 2. Just definitely set your schedule to where you can take care of those things. You don't want to break your work day up or in the middle of a project and take a 2-hour break, and then you might not come back to it. You might, your mind might get in there and say, you can do that tomorrow or do that. Don't do that. Take your breaks, your 20-minute breaks, your 30-minute breaks. Stop, get some fresh air. Take care of yourself, and then get back on it. Okay. Don't take long breaks, but don't skip your breaks either. Work, break, and fresh air and everything you need to help you keep your head straight. Because in these times right now, change things up. Don't sit in that house, sit there watching that TV, or sit there just, getting bummed out or depressed. Change things up. Go out of that box. Do something different. Take a walk, meditate, read, eat right. Definitely eat right. And, discipline yourself to only eat, a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, and make them early. Don't make them at the end of the day or anything like that. Take those breaks and eat something healthy. Take care of yourself. It's great for your mind. The eating healthy and the little walk. If you can get some exercise in there somewhere, that's even better too. That's going to help keep your head straight, and keep you motivated and keep you feeling good about yourself. And that's what you need. You're going to need an extra help, a little extra push from yourself to make yourself feel good, because sitting in the house is just rough. It's they call cabin fever. It's a bad thing. Winter comes around, I'm that way. I get the wintertime blues. It's just I don't like being in the house cooped up all the time. And it's unfortunate that now we're at that point, but there's ways to avoid all the downsides of being cooped up in the house. Take these times as an opportunity to do these things and to take care of yourself. When we're working that 9-to-5 job and we're away from home and we're working, you're getting stressed out and things like that are happening. I mean, you're still going to get stressed out at the house. You've got a lot of things on your mind and a lot of things on your plate. So definitely take these times and make an opportunity. You're at work, you're stressing out, you come home to relax and take it easy, and that's what you need. But now you're at home all the time, so you've got to work and you've got to make opportunity out of this, out of these, uncertain circumstances we're in right now. So hopefully, like I said, sooner than later, we'll get back out on the road, making money, gigging, playing music for people. But I think it's going to be a while, and I myself would be a little apprehensive. I don't want to be in that situation, with hundreds of people around me, and just right now, let's be smart. So we're going to have to get a little creative, and that's what we're going to talk about now, is how to get creative and make that money from the home, and to keep promoting your bass playing. Number one is going to be call up your music buddies. Call them up. Everybody's at home now. A lot of people are writing a lot of music. They need help. They need other inspiration, other collaboration and stuff like that. So call up your people, your music people, and get on the phone. Maybe they can email. Now you can email a file to somebody, and then you can edit it with your bass line. As easy as that. Hopefully you've got the equipment to do that. I mean, Pro Tools, Ableton. There's lots of them out there. Cubase. There's a lot of them out there. Some of them are for free. You just got to be careful with your. I had an issue with my Mac OS. I upgraded to Catalina, so Pro Tools wasn't working and stuff like that. So, but some of that's been, the kinks have been coming out of that 32-bit stuff. Plugins aren't working on it, but it's just forcing Pro Tools and all these other companies to upgrade their software as well. So that's hopefully you have that equipment there and you can manage to get that. But you can email. They can email the file. Lay down the bass line, email it back to them. They don't like it, they can send it back, tweak it, or whatever. Communicate that away. That's an excellent way to do it. And you can collaborate with people, not just your music people. You can be across the country, and you can do it in other countries. You can do that. So you got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there, and you've got to look. You got to communicate with people. Social media is the tool for that. That's a way to do it. An easy way to do it. It takes a little while, but you've got to come out of that box. You've got to come out of that box and make that happen, and just get creative with it. Just because we're not gigging out anymore, we can't go to that session, that studio and put that lay that bass line down there. We can do it in other ways. So if you've got those people you were working for before, they're still doing it. We're just going to do it a little more, a different way, which is good. Change is great, and this is, take advantage of it. So that's number one. If you're that guy writing your music, there's ways online that you can get people to do that. It's like Fiverr. They subcontract people out to do this. You can have them do logos or stuff like that. I don't know about music. I haven't looked into that one, but I think they can do that. They edit videos and stuff like that, and they probably do, but I haven't found that yet. So maybe you can get on their list, Fiverr, and then they can send you work that way as well. I've got to look into that one. I'm not sure. I know they do it for other things, and with the time we're in now, there might be a channel now that you can go through in that way to lay down, to find work as studio musicians would do. All right, so number two is going to be write your own music. Now's the time. Write some music, whether it's just bass lines or, you got your drum machine going, you just lay down some cool bass lines and, put it out there. Put it out there. Spotify, there's so many music distribution companies now that you can just hook up with them. There's Apple Music, Amazon, Google Play. Like I said, Spotify is a big one. and you can go on there. You just write your music and don't worry about putting it out there. Don't feel like you got to have it perfect. You're just holding yourself back. Lay that thing down, and you'd be surprised at how many people out there are relatable to you and enjoy it as much as you enjoyed putting it together. So put it out there and go through there. There's one that I've seen some reviews on is DistroKid. It seems to be pretty easy to work with, and that's another one. But there's several of them out there. The hardest thing is your self-doubt, and putting yourself. You gotta overcome that. You gotta build the courage up, overcome your fear of putting that out there, putting yourself out there. Overcome that. That self-doubt is terrible. That's how you're going to get better. Is you're going to have to overcome your fear, build that courage, and do what you don't want to do. Okay? So number 3, this is probably the hardest one for me, and being an introvert already, this ain't too bad, but you got to cold call. I've checked out eBay the other day. I looked at basis needed and all that. There's a ton of stuff on there for basis needed for all kinds of ideas and stuff like that. So it's definitely, the thing is, you got to come out of that comfort zone. You got to make those calls. You got to talk to those people whether you want to or not, and that's how you're going to get it. So check out eBay. There's a lot of stuff on there. Check out any of those service needed websites for sure. Check those out. Like I said, Fiverr's even one of them. Check those out. Maybe they've got something going on. I haven't looked into that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check that out once I get done with this video today, and maybe I'll have some updates on that to come. So that's another way. Cold call. Get on that phone, talk to people you haven't talked to before, and just let them know you're here and what you got going on and what you're looking to get going on. So that's cold calling. Just take these ideas and some advice and tweak them. And like I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing. If you are, succeeding at any of these ideas, or you've got other ideas or other ways that you've come up with it. This is all kind of new to all of us, so we're all getting creative, and we can share those ideas with each other to help each other through this, and to help them make the most of it. Like I said, make this an opportunity. There's so much potential there and so much to do that the opportunity is there. So make it an opportunity. Don't make it a negative thing. Make the most of it. So we'll all stick in there, and hope you got some value out of this. If y'all did, help me help you. Hit that like button, and I'll catch y'all on the flip-flop in the next video. Bye for now.